Hello everybody, today I'll be talking about Ship Initiative. Ship Initiative of Master of Orion 2 is an option that was introduced in version 1.31. So if you're playing version 1.2, then this option is not available to you. Ship Initiative option can be found under Game Settings menu and is the last option in this list. Now if you right click on this Ship Initiative option, you get a description for it, and it says, when this option is turned on, ships in tactical combat move in order of their initiative from the highest to the lowest. A ship's initiative is equal to its modified beam offense bonus divided by 10 plus the ship's current combat speed. Now I've prepared a little combat scenario here, and I'll be showing you a couple of different scenarios. The first scenario that I'll be showing you is playing it with ship initiative off. And we can see here at Chelai that there's 4 ships of the Darlock in orbit and 3 ships of the human fleet, and there is 1 cruiser arriving next turn. So let's click turn. The cruiser arrives. The Darlock are presented with the option to select combat, and they will attack the humans. So now you have 4 ships against 4 ships. The Darlock can move first, and they can do whatever they want in this combat round. Is completely theirs. So I can move my ship forward, I can turn it a bit, I can wait, I can move this ship, I can wait. I can also freely click my ships. So for example, I can click the cruiser and then he's selected. I can click this frigate here on top and he is selected, etc, etc. So if I keep pushing wait, then my combat turn of my ships will cycle endlessly and the combat turn never ends. So I was the first to move, and I can do whatever I want, while the other party just sits there and wait what the opponent is doing. So when I think I'm done, I can start clicking done, and when I've clicked 4 times done for all my ships, then it's the opponent's turn. For him the same rules applies, so we're now actually in combat round number 2, because every opponent has his own combat round, and this opponent can now move his ships about or turn them, get fired upon, click wait, etc. until he thinks he's done and clicks done. And this is how the combat flows. So let's play this battle out on auto. Ships are retreating now. Okay, so we reload this game. And I have not to forget to... we're now putting ship initiative on. Ship initiative is on, accept, return, and click turn. Darlock are again presented the option to select combat. They attack the humans. And now combat will be different. There's no longer 2 combat rounds. 1 combat round for player 1 and 1 combat round for player 2, but there's only 1 combat round in which round all ships will move in a certain order. Now I've labeled my vessels to show you the initiative. So this is vessel number 1. As you can see, he is actually highlighted. He's the first one to move. That's why I called him number 1. He's number 1 in the ranking, and that's because he has an initiative number of 36 between brackets here on top. And 36 is built from a combat speed of 31 plus a beam attack of 50 divided by 10 is 5 plus 31 is 36. So in that manner you can see the ship initiative or calculate the ship initiative for all vessels involved. For example, this little ship is number 8, so he will move last because he only has a combat speed of 16 and he has no beam attack because I've taken out the computer. So 16 plus 0 divided by 10 is 16. The cruiser here has 12 combat speed and he has 100 beam attack because he has a computer and also a battle scanner. 12 plus 100 divided by 10 is 22, and he is ranked number 6. And then the last one of this row is the frigate with a ranking of 2 because a combat speed of 30 plus 50 divided by 10 is 35. Now if we look at on the other side, the human fleet, there is a frigate that is ranked 3rd because he has an initiative of 32. 27 plus 5 is 32. Then there's a frigate that is ranked 5. 26 plus 0 is 26. Then the cruiser is number 7. 14 plus 5 is 19. And then the last frigate is number 4. 26 plus 5 is 31. So this frigate can start. He can do whatever he wants. Now I'm going to click all the vessels to wait. So let's say I'm the first mover, frigate number 1, and I want to wait. Let's say the second vessel thinks the same, etc. So we all wait, and you can see here in the left corner we're moving according to ranking. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So it's no longer one opponent that moves first. It's actually a rule according to initiative who moves first. So the combat was kind of split between the vessels. That actually also demonstrates that when you're playing ship initiative games, it is very important to watch your combat speed and your beam attack ratings, because they will be the ones that decide what your initiative will be. So stuff like augmented engines suddenly have a little bit of extra value because they will raise your combat speed. Leaders or experience bonuses have more value because they will raise your beam attack. It doesn't only mean you will be more likely to hit, but it will also mean you can move first. There was maybe one problem with this new rule, and that is we now have all 8 vessels have waited. But that actually means that if all 8 vessels have waited, then vessel number 1, it is his turn again. But his idea was to wait, so nothing has changed basically. So he wants to wait again, and if everybody thinks the same, then you get stuck in an endless waiting loop. And that is something that only happens in multiplayer games, because the AI doesn't use the wait button. So AI never uses wait. So let's go back to vessel number 1. And let's move him forward. Press wait, and then move him back. And number 3, and number 4, and number 5. These are all empty vessels. And here's my iron pulse cannon ship. And he will fire at this cruiser. And this cruiser now only has 3 combat speed. 3 plus 50 divided by 10 is 8. So he went down from 19 to 8. So he's now number 8 in the ranking. During this combat round, we're still in the same combat round. If we press wait again, you can see that the ships are cycling still in the same manner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This was the damaged ship. And number 8. So the damaged ship is still number 7, although his initiative is actually lower. And wait again. So if we now click done for everybody, and we're back at ship number 1, and then we press wait again, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 8, and number 7. Because in the next combat round, the statistics are updated, and this guy has a lower initiative, so he now moves last. His augmented engines are also killed, by the way. So that results in this ultra low combat speed. So this is how ship initiative works, and it's a very interesting combat mechanic. It's much more fair than non-initiative rules. Let's play out this battle on auto. Now let's reload the game again. Here we are back to the same starting situation. There is another option that is introduced in the 1.5 patch, so the new fan patch that is available. And that option can be found in one of the config files of the game, and I'll show you. It is this file. This file is called set150.config. It is loaded by default when you run the 1.5 patch. And there's a couple of settings in here that you can change as you see fit, but by default this is the list, and there is a section called Rule Changes Combat, and the second option in that list is called Strict Combat Sequencing. I've put it to 0 now for demonstration purposes, but by default it is at 1, and when it is at 1 it means that turn order updates within the combat turn, and ships can wait only once per turn. So there's a modified ship initiative rule that I'm going to show you now. So I've put it to 1, and I have to save this file. And then I go back to my game. And then I reload this config by pressing Alt-RE. It says config reloaded. So the new setting now applies. We have this cruiser arriving in 1 turn, so we click turn. And the Darlock can choose combat again, attack the humans. And here we are again in the same combat. Now, in terms of initiative, nothing has changed. So vessel number 1 is still number 1, etc. So when I press wait, like I did before, we cycle to number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6, number 7, and number 8. Now I've pressed wait for number 8, and now something is different. There's a couple of things different. First of all, you can now see a great wait button. So once you have pressed wait once, you can no longer wait. So this is breaking the endless cycle of waits. There's only one option to wait, and after that you either attack, retreat, or click done. The other change that was made in the 1.5 patch is that once you click wait, the order of the ships will change. It will reverse actually. So ship 8 was the last one to click wait, and he is now in this next round, within the same combat round, he is the first one to act. So he clicked wait the last, and now he's the first one to act. So it's a kind of a punishment for vessel number 1. If he clicks, vessel number 1 clicks wait, he will be moving last. So in this case it's number 8, I click done, number 7, number 6, number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, and number 1. So we act in reversed order. So if I click done, we move to combat round number 2, and then number 1, vessel number 1, is again in the lead. So he can, for example, move forward and wait. This guy can move and wait. Number 3 will move and wait. Everybody will wait again. Like so. Here's my ion pulse cannon ship again. He moves forward fully and he waits. Then the fusion beam cruiser moves forward. And he got shot, resulting in loss of combat speed. He now only has 12 combat speed. So his beam attack was 0, so 12 plus 0 is 12. So he is now actually number 8. Because this vessel here, number 8, has 16 initiative. And that's higher than the cruiser has currently. So the fusion ship will, the fusion bomb ship will wait, and number 8 will also wait. And everybody has waited now, and no longer the little frigate that is ranked number 8 in combat round 1 will move first, but it will be the cruiser that will move first, because he has the lowest initiative. So the stats are updated within the combat turn, and the initiative rule is updated also within the same combat turn. So I can click done, then it's vessel number 8 is its turn, and number 6, number 5, number 4, 3, 2, and 1. If I now click done, we're in combat round 3, and then it's vessels number 1 turn, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8, and 7. So that's how the new option in the 1.5 patch works. Let's finish this battle on auto. Alright, that was my little demonstration on Ship Initiative. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave it in a comment on the YouTube video. Thank you, bye bye.